Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO Global Welterweight Champion. It is, of course, Mr. Chris Kongo. Chris, welcome back on the show, my man.
Yes. How are you? Good?
Always good when speaking with you, my friend. So, Chris, we last spoke
Thank you.
back in January of last year, just after the Essuman fight. Here we are, just over a year later. Not much has happened, my man. What's kept you out so long?
I've just been waiting for dates and stuff. You know how these promoters are, but the main thing is I'm out now, so I'm happy.
And I just wanted to touch on, obviously, after the Essuman fight, he went on to lose his titles to big underdog Harry Scarff. I did not see that one coming at all. What did you make of that fight? Did you see it?
Same. I thought Echo would have beat him, to be honest, but I think he just had Echo's number. He knew what he was about. They'd sparred loads of rounds apparently. So the better man won on the night.
Yeah, another example of styles make fights. And yeah, let's talk about the reason you're here. March the 31st at the O2, you'll be boxing Florian Marku on that Wardley Clarke undercard. There seems to be a bit of bad blood there. Where did it stem from, Chris?
Well, it's come from, obviously, about 3 years ago when he boxed on AJ's undercard. He was looking for an opponent because his previous opponent pulled out. And I put my name in the mix and said, I'll fight, ready to go. And he was making excuses. He's avoiding me for years, but now he's beat who he's had to beat, which ain't really top caliber, and now's the time, he's got to step up to the plate, and I'm the person for it, so, yeah.
And I know that there was a press conference in which he shoved you. Obviously, you're quite a chilled guy normally, but did that flick a switch in you in any way?
100%. From then I knew we got to make this fight happen. That's got to be my next fight. And now, thanks to my management, Disturbing Sports, working as a boxer, it's happened.
And what do you think about Marku, Chris? I mean, do you respect him? How highly do you rate him as a boxer?
Well, he's a good fighter. He does certain things well, but we know we once we've got our game plan right, we've got our film studies, we've got what he does regularly in fights. We've all got that on tape, and we've been studying him well, and now's the time for me to expose that.
It's interesting you say about studying him, because I sometimes speak to fighters who claim, they swear they don't watch any tape, but you're quite happy to say, we've been studying. And I know that you have, because obviously we were hoping to do this interview a bit sooner, but you were studying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And we're big on film studies up at our gym. Some gyms and trainers don't really, focus on it too tough. They like to focus on what their fighters do well and build on it. But in our gym, we do that, but we also focus on what we can exploit on other fighters, and just really getting down to the brink of it, of brink of everything in a fight, because loads of scenarios play out in certain fights with certain people, and we really break it down up at our gym, and that's why we get the results.
And talking of the tactical side of it and all the scenarios that can unfold in a ring, how do you see this fight playing out? Because I think we've seen a few guys in the past fight Marku. They seem to go into a shell. They allow him to dictate the pace. They allow him to be on the front foot, and he loves that. It plays into his hands. How do you see this fight playing out, seeing as you know him very well?
That definitely is not going to happen. Obviously, I don't want to give away too much, but I'm telling you now, he's going to find it hard to try and not even necessarily pin me down. But when you look at certain things that he does, and he basically doesn't do certain things very well, and even little things down to his ring generalship. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. I don't want to give away too much, but all I'm saying is no words. And we'll see on the 31st of March.
We will see. And being brutally honest, I mean, obviously you didn't plan on, losing to McKinson. You didn't plan on losing to Essuman. Your career in recent times hasn't gone to plan as such. I'm sure you still have high hopes for yourself, of course, but is this fight a must-win? Because I'll say it myself, a loss here puts you in a bad spot. You don't want another year of inactivity.
Well, at the end of the day, I don't focus on losing or focus on any of that. But listen, I come from nothing, so me being in a position to still fight now and be in that position is a win for me already, And on the 31st, I'll get another win, all thanks to God.
No, absolutely, brother. I'm just saying, obviously, like I say, when you're coming off a loss, you've seen it yourself. You're not a priority to a promoter. It's just so damaging, and you're in your prime years, I feel. But no, 100%, I agree with you. I do want to get your take on the main event. Fabio Wardley, Fraser Clarke. A lot of people are on the fence here, man. Are you going to be on the fence? Who do you think wins?
To be honest, I know Fraser very well from being on GB, but I also know Fabio Wardley just from being in the gym, and one thing I would say, Fabio Wardley has improved, he's come on leaps and bounds, doing very well in the gym, and even the other day I had to tell him, bro, you're improving, I've seen a lot in his game, and I think for me, I got Fabio on a points win for this fight.
Points win, interesting, because he's on a heck of a knockout run. But yeah, I see it. Just before we let you go, Chris, if you've got any closing words to the listeners, if you want to sign out with a little message, it's great to have you back on after a year. Yeah,
for sure. Just to the listeners and everyone that's going to be watching and supporting, thank you. And the main thing for this fight is put God first, and I'm putting God first, and the rest will come off of it. So yeah, all praise to the Lord.
There we go, my friend. Listen, it's always a pleasure having you on. Thanks for your time. Best of luck for the 31st of March, and we'll speak sometime afterwards.
Thank you, brother.